Man, that's painful to look at. Man, I swear, when they posted that, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, did they really need to do a mugshot for him when someone's in the hospital? So apparently, for some odd reason, they needed to do a mugshot for Errol Spence. And I'm like, why would you need to do a mugshot for Errol Spence? And Errol's was in the hospital, and you know where he was. It's just, to me, it's people do things so backwards nowadays. You know, you know where Errol was. It's like, what is the point? Like, what is it that you're trying to prove? It's a DUI, okay, whatever. But the man was in the hospital. I don't see them treat anybody else like this, man. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, if that's really Errol, I hope he is doing fine. For them to put that out, man, it's just it hit me right here. It hit me just looking at that, knowing that that could have been worse, 30 times worse. But I don't see why they had to rush. I don't see why they had to rush to get his picture and photo out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that when somebody's been physically hurt like that. Why did you need a mug shot for something? For the DUI, really? It's it's crazy to me. But like I said, man, I think he should stay out a year. I don't know why they needed to even bring him in for this. I was told they did this like now, after the fact. Like they didn't process him niggas. He's in the hospital. But when he was better, he was gonna come in and do a mug shot. And that just lets you know, man. It hits home because it lets you know how this could have went left. How easily this could have went left. You know. So whatever faith or religion you are, pray for that man. Pray for his family. Say a prayer for Errol, man. I think he should stay out the ring for about a year. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, it's not just tune-ups. I'm just saying, for any fighter, I mean, so mentally, would you feel comfortable punching Errol if you're in a ring? You know what I'm saying? Y'all boxing, y'all supposed to be fighting. I would be hesitant to put my all on the punches. We seen a lot of fighters this year pass away in that ring. So No, he shouldn't get back as soon as possible. I think he needs to recover fully. And I think the commissions should take another look instead of trying to look at the dollar signs. You know, you've had people just pass away again. We lost like 3 people within a 6 month span. Think y'all forget Patrick Day just passed away here in Chicago in a boxing ring. And you know what people said? Oh, he wasn't that good anyway. I mean, just the lack of empathy, man, is just ridiculous. It's insulting. Absolutely. It might be a sanctuary, but you got to understand something. What if you the opponent? Let's say you're the opponent. You come in the ring and you beat Errol Spence. Would you get credit for it? Anybody beat Errol right now? Do they get credit? Anybody beat Errol? The headline's gonna read, the accident took too much out of Errol. He should have waited. So the fighter who beat him ain't gonna get any credit. They're gonna be like, yeah, but he just had that accident. You won, but he just had that accident. So you're not gonna get any credit. So you might as well let the guy sit out a year, let him get himself back together, and see if he's still able to fight, you know, and can do the things that he used to could do. Then by all means, you can put him in the ring. If he passed all the tests, but I think he should be medically suspended for that long. If he waits, there's no punishment about him waiting. What are you saying? And if he waits, they'll say he never was the same after the accident anyway. Now, if he took a year off, he might get himself back to a point where he's healed fully. Because I don't think putting him back in the ring in April is going to be a very good idea for people. This isn't a flu game. Okay? That's not the flu. Well, that's something they're going to have to address before they start thinking about moving in other directions. If he has a drinking problem, that's got to be addressed. His life is more important than a career. So as long as he's healthy, that's all out the window. Well, I got it on my timeline, so you guys need to check it out. I think they did let him heal. This was done just like this week. The accident was a month ago. But still, I don't see the point of putting the mugshot out when someone's been in a car accident. That's what I'm saying. Terrence Crawford shouldn't fight him now. It wouldn't even make sense. People telling me that Errol's coming back to fight in April. So less than 6 months after the crash, he's going to be back in the ring. Better yet, back in a training camp where he's getting hit in the face. Just because somebody have a drink in their system don't mean that they do those different things like drugs and all that stuff. I never heard about Errol doing drugs. But before the accident, people told you Errol likes to drink. Well, MR, that's not funny. I don't see nothing funny about that. The man was in a serious car accident. He could have passed away. That had nothing to do with the fight. Yeah, I think Porter won a close fight, but still, this has nothing to do with that. So there's nothing funny about that. He could have lost his life. When we first saw that, when we first saw that car, the least thing we saw was him. I would take his face looking like that, then the alternative. He says he didn't break any bones. So I can only go by that report. They say he didn't break any bones. He was released from the hospital in a week. So if it was something that was dire, then him being released in a week wouldn't have happened. Now he's got to go through probably a lot of therapy for certain things. That right eye would be a major concern on my part. That right eye looks really bad. Like it was bad. So I don't know if he has retina damage or what have you, but no, it didn't. He had serious injuries. He knocked out his front teeth. He had teeth. He had to get new dentals put in his mouth. His front teeth was damaged from the fall. Well, he's very fortunate he has a second chance at life. Not too many people get second chances. They don't get a chance to learn from their mistakes. So the fact that he got a second chance at life, that's the biggest sticking point right now, is that he got a second chance at life. Yeah, Diego Corrales, he was on a motorcycle. Motorcycles are normally not good. That's why they call them death cycles. Most people who have accidents in motorcycles are not the same even if they survive. Paralysis, death, or broken limbs, we've seen a lot, even with helmets from motorcycle accidents. Not too many people walk away from those. Miguel Cotto, Felix Vidal. But Cotto, I believe, was a car accident. Salvador Sanchez lost control of his car, lost his life. He was the greatest Mexican fighter there was at his time. Well, Paul Walker was in the passenger seat. But that wasn't drugs or alcohol. That's them, speeding in the car, testing out cars and stuff. So. Yeah, he could look at it that way and say, God gave him a wake-up call. Tapped him on the shoulder and said, this is your warning. You got to clean yourself up. You got to be smarter. You got to be more aware. And, he's young, got a lot of money, fast cars, girls around. But the richest thing he got in life is that mom, that family, his sister, them 2 daughters he got. That's where his value is. That's where his wealth is. And I bet he realized that right now. That's his wealth. His family. His core family is his wealth. And I'm just happy that he gets to hold his children and one more time get to hug them and kiss them and do things with them, and they get to see their father still alive. That's more important to me than him coming back to a ring. I would rather see that all day. Hey man, you can get into real estate, anything else. Your health and your life is way more important than anything else in this world. Money gonna come and go. Everybody know that. Floyd is the prime example of money is gonna come and go. It's gonna come and go. So his children, his 2 daughters, his mom, his father, his family, that's your legacy. That's your wealth. That ain't gonna come and go. All the love and knowledge that you pour into those 2 girls, as they grow up with their father, that's enriching their lives. Now the money helps, so you can be able to provide things for them. But we've seen people who didn't have any money, but had their fathers in their life, and that meant the world to them. They felt rich because their father was in their life. I don't care if he ever fights again. My thing is, I just want him to be healthy. I don't think he should be back in the ring, but it's not my decision. But I think he needs to rest for about at least a year before he start even considering, I should probably come back and get into the game. And I think they're going full speed ahead with a fight in April against Danny Garcia. That's what I've been told. Danny's fighting 2 times. He just signed the deal to fight in January, and then in April, he's supposed to have a big fight with Errol Spence in Dallas. It's not about drive. It's not. I don't doubt Errol's drive to come back. I'm just saying, I think he should wait until he's at least healthy before he starts talking about, I'm coming back. So, that's all. So anyway, man, I'm out of here. Don't forget you guys didn't hit the like button. Jesus. I don't know what's going on right now with all this traffic being sent out properly. But anyway, man, don't forget to like the page, hit the subscribe button, and hit the all. Go when you go in there, click the bell, make sure you clicked all so you can get your notifications. Okay. Oh, you already know how to support my page. I'm on the Cash App. I'm Carcino, and the Streamlab is in the link in the description box. All you got to do is click that. Exactly. At the end of the day, that's all that's important. Is your life.